Alright, y'all, so a lot's been going on in February. I feel like I haven't touched this camera in forever. I've been just so busy, especially in the month of February. I've had a lot of traveling going on. I've been like in a different state every week this month so far. Work's been really busy and really crazy. I have 3 speaking engagements in the span of a week that I'm like planning and prepping for, in addition to wedding planning and everything. So I feel like I've been gone for a little bit. Like, box braids are back. Like, who is she? So in this video, I want to catch you guys up on what exactly has been going on, because a lot has changed recently, and so this is going to be kind of like a life update, which in turn has affected some financial decisions that I had made earlier in the year. So here it goes. Hey wealth builders, and welcome back to another episode of The Bemused, where we are making sense of money for the bewildered and confused young adult. So if you're into that kind of thing, I hope you come join the squad by hitting that big red subscribe button, and while you're at it, hitting the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos that we post on this channel. So first things first, let's talk about some financial changes that have happened recently that affect something that I have told you guys previously. So in December, when I paid off my car, and if you haven't seen that video yet, go ahead and check this video out. I'm gonna put a card right here in the corner. I discussed a little bit about what the next moves were for me in terms of my finances now that I had paid off my car, and what I was gonna use that extra money to do. And so I told you guys a little something like this. So now that I've paid off my car note, what's next, you might wonder? So as you guys know, I do have over $80,000 of student loans. I've just been chilling on the side. I've been making payments. My payments right now are only enough to cover the interest that accrues on my student loan. So they're not really reducing the balance. They're not really hitting the principal, which, like I said, was a strategic move while I paid off my car note and focused on other financial goals. So with the money that I was putting toward my car note up until this time, what I plan to do with that money is actually, for the first 2 months of 2020, I'm gonna use that money actually to pay for a career coaching certification that I've been wanting to do for a couple of years now. As you guys know, I also do career coaching for college students and recent grads who are, starting their professional careers, and I help you guys with your resumes and cover letters and all the things that you need to basically successfully launch your career. And so in order to improve my skills with that, and also to be a better service to my clients, that is a certification that I want to get, and that certification is approximately $1,400. So I'm going to be putting money aside for a couple of months to pay for that, and then starting in, I guess, March or April, I'm going to be using that money now to fuel toward my student loans. And really, the sweet part is that because the payments that I usually make cover the principal, everything I put toward my student loans from now on, basically from March, April onward, is actually going to be reducing the principal balance of my debt. So that is now a lie. So a long time ago, I applied for a scholarship, a diversity scholarship specifically, to do a program in special needs consulting. As you guys know, I'm a financial planner, and my passion is really helping underserved communities, the people that don't usually get attention from financial planners. So that's why I do this channel, to really vibe and resonate with people that are like me, my age, young adults emerging into adulthood, just trying to figure life out. And I think the special needs population and people with disabilities is also a often neglected population. So I really wanted to do a program that really could teach me more about the special needs community and the particular planning considerations and things I need to know when working with the population to serve them to the best of my ability. So long story short, I was notified toward the end of January, beginning of February, that I had gotten the scholarship. And so I basically registered for classes right away. And this program is offered through an actual legitimate university. There are credit-bearing courses that I need to fulfill the designation requirements. And so I figured that it was probably not a good time to try to do the career coaching program on top of this new program that I was starting. So basically what I decided to do was not to use the first couple months to save up for the career coaching program like I said, but instead to actually just use that money to continue funneling toward my debt, in this case my student loans. So once I figured that all out, I was able to make an additional payment on my student loans. I think it was at the beginning of this month or something like that, once I figured out exactly what I was gonna do. And so now I'm really starting to hit the principal balance of my student loan debt, which is something that I was not doing previously. I was only making enough payments to really cover the interest. So now I can actually see my student loan balance slowly decreasing, which is pretty fun. The special needs program is going to take me likely through the rest of this year into next year, likely to complete. And so I definitely know that I'm not going to be looking at doing the career coaching program until sometime next year in 2021. And so I'll begin to save for that program at that time, instead of saving the money now and missing out on the opportunity to tackle some more of my debt and letting interest accrue unnecessarily. Since I don't have a need for the cash, I just figured let's just go ahead and pay down some more of those student loans earlier. So that is the current situation. And like I said before, these are credit bearing classes, and so I am officially back in school, which is something that I did not think that I would be saying or doing for a very long time, if at all, in the future. And so with that, because I am now in school and the classes that I'm taking are considered a full-time load as far as the school is concerned, I'm actually in the process of trying to get my student loans back into in-school deferment. And if you guys have seen my video on the best strategy, the best way to pay off your student loans fast, and I'll link it right up here in the cards as well, you'll know exactly why that makes sense. Essentially, if I get my loans back into deferment, that means I don't owe payments on them right away, and I can really focus my dollars on the higher interest rate debt that I have and have that flexibility to put my money where I want it to go, instead of having a required minimum payment for my loans. So of course, it doesn't mean that I'm just not paying my student loans. I'm just using the money I would have put toward that batch of student loans toward the set that I really want to pay off, the highest interest rate student loans, which in my case is my Parent Plus loans. So I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes. I have to submit the paperwork and all that stuff, which I haven't done yet because it's just been a real crazy busy time of life. But hopefully that goes through, and that will help me to pay off my loans even faster. In terms of the wedding, we're still chugging along, making plans, having our sinking funds, making our payments. Things are going well so far. I haven't really checked on the budget lately, but I think we're doing okay based on the last thing Meshach said. He looked at it later than I did. So he says we're doing all right. So I believe that. We have paid for the majority of our expenses at this point, definitely more than the 50% for sure. And so I think we're on a pretty good trajectory in terms of the money that's leaving, the money that's coming in. I'll be really excited to see where our net worth falls at the end of this quarter. As you guys know, we do quarterly net worth updates on this channel for Meshach and myself, and I'll link a playlist up here to our net worth updates if you want to kind of see what our progress has been so far. The first quarter of the year is always pretty exciting because that's usually when I get any raises or bonuses at my job, where we get our tax refunds, and so we usually see a little bit of a bump in our net worth at the beginning of the year. So it'll be really interesting to see how that turns out and where we stand in terms of the money we've saved for the wedding versus what we've spent, because like I said, we have spent a lot of what we had historically saved up. So things are coming along. There's a million and one things swimming in my head right now, but those are the major updates, life and financial updates that I have for you guys at this time. Just thought it'll be a good time to kind of reset, catch you guys up on what's going on as we move forward into posting our regularly scheduled content. In the comments down below, let me know how your 2020 is going. We're about, 7 weeks into the year. So let me know how your year is going financially so far. Are you starting to meet your goals that you set out for the year? How are things going? Have you run into any setbacks or roadblocks that you like to discuss with everybody in the comments? Leave those down below. We love to share the knowledge and share the encouragement and everything around here. So talk to us in the comments. I think our next video coming up is going to be tax related. It's going to be all about how Meshach and I's tax situation is going to change once we get married this year versus now when we're single, and everything to do with marriage and taxes. So if you're interested in that, make sure you have your subscribe button hit and that you have your notification bell on so you don't miss when that video comes out. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure I had no icing on my lips. I was just eating some icing. So I thought I would catch you guys. So in this video, I want to catch you guys up. Goodness, it's been so long. I'm surprised I remember my intro.